Let's welcome on stage our first speaker for the day, Tamanna Padhi, the Principal Consumer Industries and Retail Practice at Kearney, to take you through an evolving, of course, world of technology. No pressure. Please welcome her to the stage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to everyone who is here to attend the session today. My name is Tamanna. I'm a principal with Kearney, Middle East and Africa. And I would like to share some of our latest insights today on digitization for retail in the region. So digital has been a buzzword for over 10 years now, but the real value creation has been more recent, especially post-pandemic. And this is really going to revolutionize the entire industry as we know it today. I think I'm missing my pointer. Here, thanks. So what has really caused this inflection? Of course, it's the consumers, the heart of the retail industry, rapidly evolving generations, demographics, the environment around them, and with it all, their personal preferences. Consumer tomorrow will be always online, digital first, and curious to experience and explore more. With a $50 billion e-commerce market in the next 2 to 3 years, with up to 30% online share across some categories, massive growth in digital wallet penetration, and tremendous interest in new experiences like the Metaverse, consumers in the region are in no way behind the rest of the world, and in some cases, even ahead. But are firms really able to evolve at the same pace and deliver value propositions that would appease the future consumer? Some have, by investing in the right solutions and capabilities, and they have clearly established proof of value creation via digitization, with supernormal top-line growth and in many cases commensurate profitability as well. But what are these new drivers of growth? And how have the rules of the game changed? Is retail going to be a fundamentally different business? And who will be the winners of this new industry? Is it the new online entrants, or is it going to be the incumbent traditional players? So we have studied the evolution of the retail industry over the last few years, and working closely with players on both sides, both in the region as well as globally, and as well as evaluating all of these frequently emerging digital solutions. There's good news and there's not so good news. 3 things that we believe in. The fundamental pillars of retail business are still the same. You have to offer the right assortment, customer engagement, preferential channels, create unique experiences, and deliver on your fulfillment promise. What has changed, though, is how one can win in each of these areas with the right digital investments. And who will win, therefore, is not a clear answer anymore. In the next few minutes, I would like to briefly discuss some of the promising digital solutions that have proven to be value accretive by select global players, and in some cases, also some pioneers in the region. Let's start with the first pillar, which was around assortment. As consumers continue to demand more choice in products, direct-to-consumer brands have definitely proven to be successful. D2C brands are closer to the consumer pulse. They're able to personalize products and quick to launch and scrap new innovations. They have demonstrated almost 2 to 4x growth just within the first few years of launch. And such brands have especially disrupted the beauty industry as an example, including homegrown unicorn Huda Beauty, which we are all aware of. Some traditional players like Nike have launched their own D2C portfolio, Nike Direct, which has doubled in 5 years and already contributes to almost 40% of Nike top line. Others like Adidas have launched online exclusive limited edition products that drives short burst, high amp engagement, such as the Ravi Restaurant branded shoes. Overall, consumers in MENA are maturing fast and becoming more demanding, expecting greater choice of brands and products. and therefore new D2C brands that play across the price spectrum, both luxury to value, are sure to enter the market soon. Next is on engagement. So winning customer engagement definitely requires two things. First, interactions and campaigns that are based on data and AI. Better targeting and more personalized actions lead to almost 15 to 20% ROI. Online players like Amazon, Noon are known to leverage these tools with features such as recommended products, customized search results on their apps, etc. We are well aware of that. But brick and mortar retailers are also fast catching up, especially using startups such as Tulip, Spring, etc., that specialize in data-driven personalization and campaign design. About 95% of customer interactions on Kroger's website and app are enabled by personalization. And almost 60% of their digital wallet is driven by personalization science. That's the impact that data, digital, and technology is having not only on the online or the e-commerce world, but also on the traditional players. The second key engagement driver, of course, is leveraging social media to influence shopping decisions. Almost 80% of consumers are influenced by social media in their shopping decisions. Social commerce in itself is already becoming a significant channel, especially in countries like China, and this region is not far behind given the mobile usage and the internet usage. L'Oreal invests almost 70% on digital media. Glossier has 70% of their online sales as well as online traffic coming purely from peer-to-peer referrals. There are several examples in the region as well of successful Snapchat, TikTok campaigns, starting with hashtag challenges or live stream shopping, such as the one done by Alshaya Group. Moreover, as online profitability continues to be a struggle, social media engagement also helps driving online advertisement revenues. So definitely two important areas of digital use cases to look at in terms of customer engagement that are also value accretive. Next, we move on to channels. And interestingly, I heard the term omni-channel in the introduction. Most firms today have invested in omni-channel, which implies being present across multiple physical and digital channels to give consumers the choice. COVID, of course, ramped up online as the preferred channel. But post-COVID, we are again seeing a rise in physical stores. In fact, some of the digital native brands are also now building their own physical retail presence. So the future is no longer a choice between one or the other, but connected commerce, where customers can choose multiple physical and digital channels across multiple shopping decision points and create their own unique connected journeys. Based on a consumer survey, we found that how significantly consumers' choice of channel shifts across different stages of the purchase funnel. While 40% of consumers now refuse to do business with brands where they do not have the option of choosing preferred channels, almost a third of consumers are happy to let go of a brand with just one bad experience. On the other hand, customers who do avail these multi-channel journeys end up spending almost 1.5 to 5 times higher than your regular consumer. So both the upside and downside is too significant to ignore. So connected commerce is what is going to drive the future of these multi-channel journeys. At the heart of a successful connected commerce proposition, therefore, is data and technology. Understanding consumer preferences by collecting consumer data, IoT to gather in-store data, single-view stock management, and supply chain, and so on and so forth. As examples, Sephora has merged their brick-and-mortar stores with their app experience with features like Beauty Bag, where consumers can browse and learn about products while in the store. On the other hand, they can use AR software to try on products virtually as well. Closer home, 6th Street has just launched a phygital store concept where consumers can use tablets in store to browse and pick products or use interactive fitting rooms to exchange sizes, etc. So a lot of experiments being driven by different kinds of players, but the key to nail here is how to drive and create connected customer journeys, which are unique to each of your consumers. The next one is experience. This is rather a slightly recent entrant, but we've heard a lot of buzzwords around this recently. We've heard about AR, VR, digital payments, real-time engagement. None of these are new, really. Individually, all of these elements are what retailers have been experimenting with for a while now. Digital payments are already a staple expectation in B2C transactions, and in many cases also beginning to drive B2B transactions as well. Reality technology is known to drive 10 times more engagement for customers, especially, for example, virtual dressing rooms, like I mentioned, by Gap, or AR-based online product catalog by Coca-Cola, Unilever, etc. But the blip now is Metaverse. That's the most latest buzzword. The Metaverse actually aims to bring all of these elements together into a unique, gamified, experiential, commerce platform. Already projected to be $1 trillion economy in 5 years globally, MENA is also investing significantly to boost the regional Metaverse economy with bold announcements that have already been made by both the UAE and KSA governments. Whether it will be the next disruption in retail or not still remains to be proven, but some players have definitely started creating value from the Metaverse. And this has been primarily by focusing on 3 areas: engagement via an immersive experience, a unique phygital shopping platform, and most importantly, selling digital assets or NFTs. For example, Nike set up Nike Land in partnership with the Roblox Metaverse. They have already generated more than $185 million in revenue purely from NFT sales. Closer home again, the Shaloop Group has launched several Web3 initiatives, including a successful NFT launch of Christophe and a virtual quest in the Sandbox universe, Metaverse. Another example is Majid Al Futtaim that recently announced the launch of Mall of the Metaverse, the first virtual mall in Dubai, in Decentraland, one of the most popular Metaverse platforms today. So a lot is already happening, a lot of retailers jumping at the opportunity to experiment what Metaverse looks like. But the key here is to focus on what are the elements that start generating value for you, rather than just being in it for the game. The last pillar we want to talk about is fulfillment. AI and automation is key to reducing fulfillment costs, which have been rising. With better forecasting, van utilization and routing, labor optimization for labor-intensive operations like picking, overall warehouse automation is expected to go almost up to 85% by 2030, which is barely under 25% now. But the most important bottleneck activity to solve for here largely is picking, which is the most labor-intensive part of warehouse efficiency and overall fulfillment efficiency. As an example, Kroger deployed robots equipped with AI in its fulfillment center in order to improve order picking efficiency. One such automated facility is equivalent to 20 of their store-based fulfillment centers, built at 60% of the capital and 60% of the labor costs. Proper inventory tracking, store remodeling to repurpose as mini fulfillment centers, AI-based algorithms to prioritize order picking, box sizes, etc., are among the several digital use cases to improve fulfillment efficiency. The other area where digitization can generate value in fulfillment is enabling anytime, anywhere last mile service. Whether it is 15 minutes grocery delivery or curbside pickup as offered by Ulta Beauty, etc. This is especially a key enabler for quick commerce, which is going to be a $50 billion market in this region by 2030. But last mile itself could cost up to almost a third of total fulfillment costs. And improving unit economics for last mile has to be a critical value add of any digital solution or technology investments that are made in this field. The latest experiment on this is well known. It's robotic drone-based deliveries. But honestly, the efficiency that it can drive from a unit economics point of view, it's still debatable. One might say that it increases the number of orders that you can do, the time to fulfill each order, etc. But on the flip side, the energy consumption is also too high. So it remains to be seen if it really helps bring down fulfillment costs at the end or not. So these are some of the recent examples in terms of how some of the players have started generating value from digital solutions as part of their retail business. Obviously, this has fundamentally changed the face of their business as well. But amidst all these new trends and examples of value creation, one thing is clear. The success stories are still a handful, and many organizations still struggle with value creation via digitization. The most common factors that hinder progress, we believe, are the following. Lack of desired talent and organization capabilities. There is a dearth of the kind of talent that enable integration of digital solutions and timely execution of digital technologies within an organization. Second is culture. Very hard to change organization culture. We're all familiar with the famous quote, "Culture eats strategy for breakfast." After so many years, it's still true, especially in this era where we're trying to digitize legacy businesses. Shifting from a siloed product-centric culture to consumer-centric culture requires a mindset revolution within the country, within the company. Higher ownership, cross-alignment, empowerment, and a fun work environment. All of these are usually new to legacy business setups, and hence culture is a very important holdback often when embarking on such a journey. Third is legacy technology architecture. Building on top of the old foundation only results in a structure waiting to collapse. It limits your agility, scalability, and reliability, and all of it at much higher cost and much higher time to market. Last but not the least is the ability to nurture innovation. It's largely hindered by a combination of the other three factors that I just mentioned, plus legacy ways of working, KPIs, and processes that take much too longer to change. So what can firms really do to learn from others' mistakes? The right starting point today and laying out the right plan is really half the battle won. A successful digital value creation roadmap should definitely include the following 5 mantras. First, define a North Star for digitization, which in turn should serve a revamped consumer-centric vision for the entire organization. Second, invest in the right foundation of data and technology, which will enable building of the required capabilities for your target state. Third, always try to follow an agile implementation approach, meaning prioritize, test, launch, or scrap. Better to fail fast. Fourth, leverage capabilities of an external ecosystem, whether via partnerships with startups or specialized firms, or even acquisitions if needed. Walmart is an excellent example that have completely turned around their business model purely by M&A and acquiring a whole host of new capabilities. Fifth and most important is ROI. long-term ROI is still key, still needs to remain the focus. It needs to be measurable and needs to be constantly assessed in order to define success. Any solution that doesn't help drive long-term ROI is not going to be value accretive to you in the long run. Overall, I hope this was a valuable session today, and we continue to see more digital pioneers emerging from the retail industry in this region. Thank you all for your time, and I look forward to interacting with all of you through these 2 days.